Let's talk about George Floyd. George Floyd, his body camera footage was apparently released, kind of released. We don't actually have it. So before the show started, just like 2 hours before, we got all these notifications that the George Floyd videos have been released, but we were not able to find it. So I checked with Miss Faith, of course, who helps me show prep, and she has said that it sounds like a lot of these basically the video have been released to the media and we don't have a copy yet. So unfortunately, we don't have to have that to share with you today. The next story that we've got are George Floyd related. So believe it or not, 150 officers from Minneapolis have filed for disability claims saying that they have PTSD from the George Floyd protests. So 150 officers now have PTSD. I'm going to talk about the story. So the city has experienced an increase in crime. Mayor Ron Muser says that the past 2 months have pushed many officers to the breaking point. Many officers are now at the breaking point because of riots in the city, I guess is what it is. Muser also said he's seeing PTSD symptoms of officer with highly diminished capacity to live and socialize, extraordinary rates of divorce, alcohol dependency just to cope. It's an emotional crisis that cannot and should not continue. Officers are texting loved ones goodbye messages, counting ammunition in case they need to shoot themselves instead of being beaten to death. Muser said they were left alone without support from city leaders. That's what it comes down to. 75 officers have left the force or turned in paperwork with the intention of leaving. So, of course, we do not want officers to be dying by suicide, to be abusing alcohol, to be living in emotional turmoil and emotional crisis. And it's not my opinion to say whether this is true or whether this is accurate or not. But to me, I do suspect a pretty serious ulterior motive here. If you recall, right, all of these different cities are slowly and surely starting to defund the police. And Minneapolis, I believe, was one of them. We covered it here that they started defunding, and I'm not sure if that has actually gone into fruition yet. But my understanding is the city council or whatever body they use to govern their city is now saying, we're going to actually start defunding you. So if there's no funds, how are these officers going to get paid? Well, they're not, and they can see the writing on the walls is what this looks like to me. So they're bailing out. They're going to be using whatever the legally contracted terms were between the police department and the police union, or however they do things there. They're negotiating. They've got legal terms, and so they have an exit clause. And so that's what the police are doing. They're using this as an exit clause. They're saying now we have PTSD because of, the public is, I guess, mad at us. I mean, these are the same, hardened officers, the same heroes, the same people who are making sacrifices for the public. These are people who are saving lives, so we're told. And, at the first sign of trouble, boom, they turn in their paperwork. They've got the intention of leaving, and suddenly they've got PTSD. So I really have no intention of bad mouthing anybody with PTSD. I know a lot about mental issues. It's been something that I've unfortunately had to deal with in my family. And so I get that, but 150 of them, 150 Minneapolis officers filing for disability for PTSD. I would really love to know what each individual claim was. What caused this PTSD? What is the issue? And by the way, guys, what about the PTSD on the rest of the entire world and society that came out of your department, out of your city? You guys sat around, stood by, watched George Floyd be suffocated to death. Do you think that instills confidence in people about police from around our country? Do you think that people woke up the next day after they watched that video and said, I feel really good about law enforcement? Or maybe they feel scared. Maybe they're African American. Maybe they don't have a lot of means and they're out on the streets. Maybe these are people who are concerned that this could happen to them and they're living in PTSD. And this is something that they have to carry forward with them every single day that they're alive. What about that PTSD? So I would really like to know. I would love to know. Look, if there's a handful of officers out of that 150 who actually are suffering from something, I wish them well. I wish them, a speedy recovery. I hope they get the treatment they need. But is it that? Is it really PTSD? Or are these guys using an escape hatch to get out of their contracts and collect disability while there's still money in the coffers? Could it be that? It may be. All right.